my February monthly reset. This is where I give you an update on my goals for 2024. I'm currently doing the 12-week year, so if you haven't seen that video, make sure that you go and check that video out so that you're up to speed with everything that I'm doing. My name is Monica and I'm a therapist. I own my own private practice. I am also a content creator here on YouTube, and I just love all things mental health, productivity, and self-care. I'm going to share an update on the 12-week year. Today is January 26th, so the month isn't over yet, but I like to do this a little bit ahead of time. That way this video is up before you do your monthly reset. And then something else that I'm going to share is just reflecting on the month of January, things I want to change. I'm going to share some of my reflection questions. I'm going to share books I've read, things I'm currently reading, things I'm looking forward to, and some of my monthly favorites. I am in week 4 of my 12-week year. This is the screen for where I have all of my 2024 goals. I have a filter on just to show you the goals that I'm focusing on for the next 12 weeks. It's just coincidence that it aligns with the quarter, but you don't have to do a 12-week year based on the quarter. You could start anytime and then just go 12 weeks from there. These are all my goals. I buy no clothes by completing the Project 333 challenge. I increased my average view duration here on YouTube. I created a daily hair care and skincare ritual, and I increased my average steps to 6K. So the way that I tracked a lot of my stuff is I have a 12-week year folder here on ClickUp. That's my project management tool. That's what I use to make sure that I'm on top of everything. This is where I put every week what I'm doing, all of my tactics. Tactics are basically things that you plan to do weekly in order to reach those goals. For the first 3 weeks, I felt like I did really well. I feel like the first week you always do super well on your goals, especially because you have that January 1st energy, right? And so for the first week, my score was 80%. So with the 12-week year, you want to score yourself, and the way you score yourself is just out of, let's just say you had 10 things you had to do and you did 9 out of 10. That means you did 90% of the things you set yourself to do that week. So that's how I kind of measure it. With this, the tactics are measured in tasks. So every time I put I completed a task, it will show up an overall score. So that's just kind of how I do things. But yeah, for the first week, I did 80%. As you can see, I didn't walk 30 minutes in the morning daily, and I didn't walk 30 minutes in the afternoon daily. And then I put some notes here, so I only completed 30-minute walks Monday through Thursday and Sunday, or Thursday through Sunday. And then I did an average steps of 5,815 that whole week, which is pretty good. My aim is an average of 6,000 steps monthly. And then week 2, everything kind of went to poop that week. I got really sick. I took a COVID test. I wasn't COVID, but I got really, really sick. I couldn't do a lot of my workouts, things like that. So again, I didn't do my 30-minute walks or my afternoon walks. And here's the thing. When I say, so I'm only putting this if I did a perfect week. So a perfect week would be walking 30 minutes daily, right? But I did I did do my walks. It just wasn't every day. So I don't mark them if I don't do them every day. So my score that week was 67. So 67% of the things that I wanted to get done, got done, which is pretty good. I feel for a week that you're sick. So I put here, I was so sick, I was only able to keep small habits like journaling, drinking water, reading. It was less on making progress on my 12-week goals. So that's how things went. And then week 3, I freaking killed it because the only thing that I didn't do was the afternoon walks daily, but I was able to do 30-minute walks in the morning daily. So I got 83% there. And so I just put here, no, it was a great week. So last week was really great. Right now, this week, it's still Friday, so I haven't marked anything off yet. So I can't really update you on this week, but for the first 3 weeks, I think that was really good. And the way I also tracked the daily habits that I was doing is I used a habit tracker. I got this habit tracker from Etsy. I'll put it down below. But basically, I put all of my habits that I like to do, and some of these do correspond to the 12-week year. Right now, since it's Friday the 26th and there's 31 days in January, I've done 16 out of 31 days where I've reached those 6,000 steps, which I think is pretty good. That's more than half. That's like about half. And that's pretty good. We still have a whole other week where I can accomplish getting. So my goal is that next week I kill it and I have another perfect week with all of that. I aim to get all my 6,000 steps every day. So I'm excited about that. And then water, I'm killing that. I have been drinking 64 ounces of water every single day. It is just so it's so easy. So this is how I keep my water intake, make sure that I get enough water. I've been using my Stanley cup. It was gifted to me by my family. So I'm just really grateful because it's been really helping me to drink water, but you can use any water bottle. I really would encourage you to have like a huge water bottle because I think like just the more that you have access to it, the easier it gets. And that's just me. That's just what has helped me. Journaling, I've been super consistent. Even when I was sick that week on the second week of January, I was super consistent in my journaling. As you can see, it's like everything was basically perfect. My skincare, again, was really on top of my skincare because I kept my skincare routine simple. If you want to know what my skincare routine is, I have like a vlog where I show you kind of all the steps of prepping my 12-week year. So I'll put it here and down below as well. And then hair care routine, again, also very simple. Also even simplified my hair care routine because I found out that one of the products that I was going to intend to use wasn't made for my type of hair. So I didn't use it. So it basically made my hair care routine even easier to manage. Strength training, here with strength training, I did, let me see where I'm at with strength training. I did 12 out of 31 days. Again, we still have a whole week, so that could be more. I'm hoping that that's going to be probably half at that point, but for next week. And I'm really glad because I do strength training. I do strength training with Copilot Fitness. It's an app where I have a coach and they assign me workouts tailored to what I need. Probably saw that in the beginning of the clip, but yeah, so I do strength training 3 times a week, and then I do Pilates on Fridays, and I really love and enjoy doing those exercises on top of doing some walks. And then afternoon walks, I wasn't really like here like they have to be 30 minutes. I just put like, you know, just try to do afternoon walks. It just so happens that they were 30-minute walks. And so I think I am going to change that on my weekly tactics. I'm just going to put afternoon walks and take away the pressure of 30 minutes. For the morning, I definitely want to aim for 30 minutes every day. But for the afternoon, things are just always like chaotic. Either I'm tired or I just like things have to happen or you have to do something. And so I rather just be flexible, you know? And then read fiction. I read fiction every single day, every single night. I just love to be able to get to just relax at the end of the day. And I put my phone, I have a evening routine where by 9 o'clock I put my phone away in my office and I just start my evening routine, and that involves me curling up with a book, using my Kindle, and I just absolutely love it. So that is also pretty consistent and perfect. So I'm like love that because again, even when I was sick, I was able to do those easy habits and sustain them. And so here, I love this because I love this Excel sheet because it shows you kind of like your daily progress as well, percentage based on how many things you marked off. So week 1, 78%, 78% of my habits, week 2, 63, and then week 3, 79, and then week 4, again, we haven't finished. But it even says what my top habits were. So my top habits were doing my skincare, getting water, journaling, my hair care routine, and reading fiction. I'm hoping that next month, my top habits are 30-minute walks. That is gonna be a goal for me for the next month, that one of my top habits is doing my 30-minute walks in the morning. And then you have weekly habits, and the only weekly habits I have are to upload a YouTube video, which is consistent with one of my goals for the 12-week year, to increase my average view duration, and then just a weekly check-in routine where I check in on my 12-week year goals, things like that. Like today I'm doing my weekly check-in routine, and this is part of my weekly check-in routine as well this afternoon. So I'm pretty excited. So yeah, things have been so good and fun, and even though I had I was sick that week and I had no control over it. I'm just glad that things worked out the way they worked out. That is my habit tracker. Now, part of my 12-week year weekly things to do is on week 4, I need to record my stats for my average view duration. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I have a document that I just did on the ClickUp where I just put December, January, February, March. I put the number of subscribers, the average view duration, and my lifetime views. So I went ahead and checked already what my average view duration was for this month, at least for the last 28 days. And unfortunately, it went down. And I think it went down because I posted less. In December, I posted like 6 videos, and in January, I posted 4. I think it's gonna be 4 in total, including this one. So I think that's why the average view duration went down. I also experimented this month with requested videos, which I know weren't going to be everyone's cup of tea, because I did a video of like how to become a therapist, and I am not a channel that talks about becoming a therapist, like all that stuff, but it is some things that people are interested in, and I'm like playing around with that. And so I did that, and especially because so many people requested those videos. If you don't know, I do have a request form. I'm gonna put it down below in the description. If you really want a video, for me to make a video, that is going to be, if you complete that form, those are the videos that I'm prioritizing. The more people ask for similar things, the more highly likely that that video is going to be recorded. So yeah, so it went down, but you know, I'm hopeful that in February, March, it can go up again. But the positives is, if I go and look at my total subscribers, right now I'm at 3,869. So I'm gonna add that there. So we increased by like 700 subscribers, which is unbelievable. So even though our average duration was low, our subscribers went up. And then as far as lifetime views, let's go ahead and check that out. We killed it. Like, I mean, I feel like we almost got about, you know, 40 to 50,000 more views this month. So really incredible. I'm really, really grateful for this. So yeah, so bummer that the average view duration was low, especially if that's like the main goal, to up that. But I'm gonna get together with my virtual assistant, Kaylee. She basically helps me out sometimes with my YouTube, and I'm just gonna brainstorm with her. It's always good to just like brainstorm like new titles, new thumbnails. I did get feedback. Some of you said that some of like the wording on my titles you couldn't really see. So I try to change the font and things like that. So I'm gonna continue to see what works, what doesn't work, because I wanna make sure that I do get people to watch the videos. I put a lot of time and effort and research into making my videos, and so I want you guys to see it. So that is that for an update on my 12-week year and how everything is going. I think, let me see. Yeah, so I mentioned about my steps. I've mentioned my average duration. The buying no clothes. I didn't buy any clothes this month. Nothing. And I'm honestly like so surprised that like I was still struggling to finding what I was still struggling to making decisions on what to wear with the little amount of clothes I had. But then what I did is I picked my weekly outfits, and that helped significantly. And so it's been really nice to just like know what you're gonna wear that week. You don't have to stress about it, things like that. And it's been so helpful. I'm gonna go do a whole video separately on just like how that whole experience went, if you guys are interested in that, on just like how I did Project 333. If you don't know, Project 333 is wearing picking 33 items and wearing those for the next 3 months. In my case, the next 12 weeks, since I'm doing the 12-week year. Now I wanted to just reflect on the month of January. I do have some monthly reflection questions. I'll go ahead and put them right here. So if you want to reflect on your own month. So the very first question is, how did I feel overall this month? I put that I felt overall very satisfied with this month based on the time that I did have, especially because week 2 again I was sick, and the progress that I made on my goals. I felt really good about the progress that I made despite the setbacks. And then the next question is, did I make rest a priority this month? I did. I opted for more walks and was able to challenge myself this way. I just felt like the walks were just so helpful because I would either have a fun playlist or listen to a podcast, and it was just so fun to get those walks in, especially if you're like me, you work from home or you do a very sedentary job, like you're sitting all day, like I'm sitting all day with clients. And so getting those steps in is so important, and I don't know, it really helped my overall mood. The next one is, did I make progress on the goal I chose to focus on this month? I did. I'm going to show you here. I use this app called Pacer for just because I like the way it shows you overall like how many steps you got. It tracks your steps. But like for the month of December, my average that month was 3,316 steps. For the month of December, I did no freaking walking. And then January, again, we still have a couple of days left for January, but right now it's 5,177 for the average of the month. So it's getting there to 6,000. So I'm so excited. I'm hoping that the month of February is the month where we hit that. And then wins I'm celebrating this month, getting a brand deal on the podcast. That is major. I was thinking of taking a step back from the podcast, but I just feel like all roads are leading to continuing doing the podcast. So I'm going to do a lot of like solo and podcast interviews. I'm still going to kind of play around and just like experiment. Feel free to listen to the other podcast episodes. I have a few here on YouTube. I'm planning on continuing to post them in video format, but I have a bunch on my podcast called Cafe with Monica. I think this past year we reached 100 episodes, which was a big milestone for me. And so if you want to get more content from me, like that's where I first started. I started in 2019 doing my podcast, so there's like so much content there. But if you're more of a YouTube gal, then I totally get it. But yeah, I'll put my podcast down below. And then next month, I want to change. I want to try some more yoga classes on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are my day off, and I like doing the 30-minute walks on Wednesdays, but I also just want to get out and do something with people. So I might want to just try doing yoga. I've also been anxious. At least this week I have been, and just because I kind of feel like I'm behind in making content, even though I'm like so ahead. Like it's just so funny because I'm so ahead. I've already recorded most of my February videos, but I just feel like I'm so behind. I don't know. And I think it's just an irrational thought and rational feeling, but I just want to have more things that are like more of the self-care and rest. So I want to try yoga classes. And then I also just want to spend more intentional time with my husband. I feel like because I was sick and just like this whole month, it was just a struggle. And then the rest of the other weekends, I had plans with friends. So it was just like we were kind of not spending time together. And so this month, I really hope that we are just very intentional. Plus, this month is our 5-year anniversary. So I'm so excited and looking forward to that. And then something I learned this month is I let envy enter me this month. Like I let envy take a good bit of this week. I found myself looking at other people's growth, and I learned that I need to focus on the things that I'm doing. And I know that when I actively look at what other people are doing, that's just going to end in me feeling disappointed in my own personal growth and my own achievements. And so, because I found myself just like going and looking at people who maybe started their YouTube journey around the same time as I did, and their video blowing up and things like that. And I just like, I got sad because I'm like, man, I put like so much work, and here's the thing, I don't know how much work they put into their stuff, right? It's so natural as a human just be like, why are they getting this success and I'm not? But even though I am seeing success in so many other ways, but that's what happens with envy. When you start to look at other people's things, you basically lose sight of the things that life is showing you are beautiful in your life, and then where you're growing and the opportunities. Like I'm so excited that I'm getting a brand deal. Like this month I was really excited that I'm getting opportunities, and I had a lot of emails and a lot of brands that I had to say no to because I really do want to focus on just promoting things that I genuinely want and need, and I genuinely think that you guys will like love to use. And so I don't just want to say yes to every single brand. And I'm grateful that YouTube is not my full-time job. And this is something on the side that helps my business. My business is the number one thing. And I think that also kind of got me envious because I was sick, I wasn't able to make the money that I wanted this month in my business. And so that just kind of like, there was a lot of things that set me up to feeling that way. But that's the big lesson for me, is just to focus on myself, not look at other people, and even listening to content that is similar to the type of content I do. And then a relationship that I'm grateful for is my little sister. I'm really grateful. I know how much she has made such an intention to call me and just keep me updated with her life. And I'm just so grateful for them. I'm also grateful for my mom, because they were also too just like, they're very good about calling me. I need to make sure that I'm being a better sister, better daughter, and calling them. And so I'm just trying. I'm trying. The month of February is her birthday, so the month of February is going to be all about just being so present with my loved ones. And so I'm just really grateful for those relationships. And then content that I've really enjoyed, and this is more of like a new segment that I want to do in these monthly resets, and that is highlighting content creators that I really, really enjoy. And that is Tam Carr. I used to watch her main channel videos, but because they're so similar to some of the content that I make, I pause watching that because I want to make sure that I'm not just getting influenced by the content she is making. And so I stopped watching those videos. I'm cheering her on, but I love watching her vlogs. It's just like, I love watching business owners and just like seeing their day and how they structure their day. She's amazing. She is someone that when I see her, her story is she was at like 2,000 subscribers, and all of a sudden she just got 100,000 subscribers, so many opportunities, because she was so focused on herself, her journey. And so I'm so inspired by, and I can't wait to see how my journey turns out. Not to say that that's how it's gonna turn out for me, but it just goes to show that things can happen. You know, if it's happened to other people, it can happen for you too. Now I want to chat about my monthly favorites. So these are lifestyle things that I'm currently looking forward to using, or that I have been using. And so for one of the monthly favorites, it's Hayo. It is a non-alcoholic seltzer. I didn't intend to do dry January this month, but with me being sick and all that, literally it was like a dry January. I think we only went out like once to drink, like for like a date night, but other than that, like it was pretty dry this month. But Hayo is so good, you guys. Like, it is so good. And yeah, if you're pregnant or have other like medical concerns, I would definitely like look into it, like ask your doctor if you can have it. But I really, really love Hayo. It's like I said, it's a non-alcoholic seltzer. It is a little on the pricey side, so it's more of like a treat. One of my favorites, which I'm so excited, because you guys know that I'm doing Project 333, which is 33 items for the next 3 months. And I did have a work bag that I had included in one of those items, but then at the beginning of January, I got reached out by Teddy Blake, and they do luxury bags, and I fell in love with one of their bags, and they were so kind to gift it to me to try it out and see if it's something that I would enjoy sharing with you guys. I've been using this all month, and I absolutely love this. I think I got the Bella. I'm gonna put it down below because I'm not so sure about the name. Like, I haven't had a work bag this nice, and I mean, I was using this backpack. It's been through things, and I'm really grateful for this backpack. I'm not gonna throw it away, but now I'm so excited to elevate my just the way I show up at work. And this bag, you can fit so many things in this bag. I was reading, because I know the brand sent me just like some of the things about the brand before I like committed to sharing about this. I did want to learn a little bit more about how they make the bags. They make the bags in Italy, which I love Italy, and so it's real leather, and Whenever I first opened it, just the smell. I don't know if you guys like the smell of leather, but I personally love the smell of leather. It's like that new car smell. So I've been really, really loving this for work. This is the bag that I've been using, and they were so kind to give you guys a discount code if you are interested in, I don't know, I just feel like sometimes I wouldn't allow myself to wear nice things. I don't know about you, it's like those things where it's like you don't light that candle, you don't wear that nice outfit, you don't wear the nice bag because you fear that something bad will happen to it. And so I am embracing that this year. This is the year that we use up the candle, that we wear that outfit that we want, that we use that bag that we worked so hard to like purchase. Like, we have to use the things, and the things that we buy have to be useful for us. We have to be able to enjoy the things that we do end up purchasing, because there's a lot of intention when it comes to our purchasing decisions. And so if this is something that you've been looking for, like a new bag, do your own research and like check them out. But they have been one of my favorites this month, and I can't wait to tell you. And I'll give you guys an update next month, like, because I really do want to see like how does it hold up, right? Because I do put my MacBook Air, which is 13 inches, and then I put my iPad, my journal, my planner, which is my next favorite. So yeah, I put a lot of stuff in there, and so it could get really heavy, but because of the strap, that has been super helpful. So my next favorite is my quarterly planner from Hustle Sanely. I love this planner, and I love Hustle Sanely. I actually joined their membership called the BFF membership. It's an online membership. You don't have to be a business owner. This is for any type of person. I mean, busy gal, student, anything, and anyone and anybody can join. I got the quarterly plan, which was $80 in total. And you get to do like productivity Zoom calls. You get to have like be coached by Jess, and she does all things about habits and routines. You get to do book class on personal development. You get to plan together, which I really was literally just wanted to join because I wanted other people who were as obsessed with the planner as I was, because I've used Jess's planner before, and I always come back to it. Like every year I always come back to it, even though I do play around with other planners. I always come back to it. I think it's between this and Silk & Saunders planner that I really, really enjoy. And so I really, really have been enjoying this planner. Again, it's quarterly, so you don't have to commit for it for the whole year. And I personally love just the way she has like structured this planner. I won't go into much detail. I do have a podcast interview with Jess, and you can check that out. And we talk about like the planner, habits, how to prioritize your mental health, and the important relationships in your life. So really check that out. But this is another monthly favorite of mine. I've been so excited, and I did purchase this with my own money. And so I was really excited about this. And then another thing that I'm really excited about that I've been using is the Summer Mind and Gratitude Journal. And I've used the Summer Mind Inc. anti-anxiety journal. So it's like affirmation. So the cool thing is they're already affirmations related to gratitude, and kind of similar to the anti-anxiety book. You basically write a word you want to embody. Like if today I want to embody just being focused, you focus on that word, like the word focus, and then you rewrite each affirmation down, repeat it to yourself, and you imagine like the actual affirmation. When has it been relevant in your life? I don't know, it just feels like such a great gratitude practice. And I'm still learning how to like be more present and things like that. And so this has been such a helpful journal, and I'm really excited. And I do have a code for Summer Minding. I believe it's Monica D for 10% off. So I'll put it right here on the screen. But yeah, I really love it. If you are struggling with anxiety, then I recommend to do the anxiety journal. Another favorite of mine, this is more of like a TV series, and that is Suits. I'm really loving Suits. It kind of gives me like Grey's Anatomy vibes, but with law. So I really enjoyed Suits. It's so funny. Let me know if you've watched the whole season. I'm in season 3, I think now. I've been binge watching it. It was because I was sick. I had nothing to do, so I was just watching Suits. And then this is a new section for the monthly resets, and it's books I've read this month. So books I've read this month are Iron Flame. I know everyone's hyped up the series. I really did enjoy Fourth Wing. Iron Flame, I gave it a 4 out of a 5 because the ending for me was just like, what? Like I was just confused. Like either I was reading too fast and missed some of the details, or I don't know, but I was just confused. So yeah, Iron Flame is at 4 out of 5, pretty good book. And then the next book that I read is One of Us is Dead. I do recommend that book. I did put I think I gave it a 3 out of a 5 in terms of stars, because it was entertaining. It kept me entertained throughout the whole thing. It's funny if you love books that are like thriller mysteries but with a little bit of humor. I really enjoyed that. The characters were like outrageous. It's like these housewives who meet up at a salon and basically gossip. And so if you like that kind of vibe, I think you'll like the book. It's called One of Us is Dead. And then the other book is In My Sleep, I Hold a Knife. Now, this book, I did give it a 4 out of a 5 because it had me hooked. It was a good thriller, but I also think that it just amplified my feelings of envy, because in the story, the girl is very envious and she is just like super jealous, even of her friends, and it goes like dark. So I think maybe that's why I was feeling this way, but I did like the book. Don't get me wrong, it was just a little bit too much for me, I guess, at the end. Like maybe I had just some residual feelings towards it, but really good book. It's called In My Sleep, I Hold a Knife. And then I'm currently reading Magnolia Parks. I'm like basically in like the second chapter, and I don't know if it's my vibe right now. People say that it's kind of like Gossip Girl, so I don't know because it didn't hook me right away, but I know people have said really good things about it, so hopefully maybe it will be good. So I don't know, but that's what I'm currently reading. And then things I'm looking forward to for the month of February are my 5-year anniversary, my wedding anniversary, and then starting a book club. So that is actually one of a goal of mine in 2024, and I wasn't actually going to focus on it this quarter, but I did have a little bit more margin to be able to focus on it. I thought I was going to be more work than it was, but no, I was able to get 15 people to sign up. I know 15 people are not going to show up. That's why I'm glad I did a little bit more than what I want, and I'm hoping that like I average 7 to 8 people will show up, and so we're just gonna read a book and then meet once a month. So I'm really excited because I also created a little logo for it. It's called Sips and Stories, and that's my book club, and it's based here in Dallas. So I'm really excited also just to meet more people, because one of my goals is to make new friends as an adult. So really excited for that. That is actually it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You like this new format of all the things. I just feel like sharing all of these things, it's fun because you get to know a little bit about me. I'm always nosy. I want to know these things, like what are people watching? What are people reading? Like how are people feeling? Like what are the things that they really do like? And so I hope that you enjoy this. If you love this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in my next video.